3.5 million pages, 180,000 images, 2,000 videos. That is what the United States Department of Justice released on January 30th, 2026. The largest dump of classified documents in American legal history. All of it connected to one man, Jeffrey Epstein, a financier, a convicted sex offender, a man who moved through the highest circles of power on Earth for decades and died in a jail cell in 2019 before anyone could fully explain how. Today, we go through what those files actually revealed. Not the headlines, the details. The files contain references to some of the most powerful people alive: Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, Howard Lutnick, a former Obama White House counsel, a former Harvard president. So far, no direct evidence of Trump, Musk, or Lutnick participating in sex trafficking or sexual abuse has emerged from the files. And inclusion in the documents does not directly prove any sort of illegal activity. But what the files do reveal is the extent to which these men knew Jeffrey Epstein, communicated with him, and continued to do so long after the world knew exactly who he was. That is where the story gets uncomfortable. Elon Musk has publicly stated that Epstein tried to get him to visit his island and that he refused. The files tell a different story. Emails exchanged between Elon Musk and Epstein indicate they sometimes spent time around the holidays together in the Caribbean, and at least once on Epstein's island. In a November 25, 2012 email, Epstein asked Musk how many people he would be bringing for the helicopter ride to the island. Musk responded, "Probably just Tallulah and me." Tallulah Riley was Musk's wife at the time. He didn't refuse. He brought his wife. When the files began dropping, Musk posted on X claiming Trump was in the Epstein files and that was the real reason they had not been made public. He then deleted the post. A man who visited the island, who accused the sitting president of hiding files, who then deleted the accusation. The files included an FBI document compiled by the agency's Child Exploitation Division that listed a number of graphic sexual assault allegations against President Donald Trump and other powerful people. The list was put online, then pulled by the DOJ, which later republished them after it was clear they had already been widely disseminated online. Many of the allegations were described as uncorroborated tips. That matters. Unverified tips are not evidence. But the fact that the FBI's Child Exploitation Division compiled them, and the DOJ then tried to pull them before republishing, raises questions that don't have clean answers. Trump's name appears hundreds of times in the latest release. Trump himself maintains that he cut ties with Epstein long ago and has not been accused of any specific wrongdoing in connection with Epstein. Hundreds of times. Earlier releases contained images showing former US President Bill Clinton socializing with Epstein, sometimes on his private island. The files also included a 32-count indictment drafted by federal prosecutors in South Florida in 2007, an indictment that had not previously been made public, drawn up to be filed against Epstein and 3 unnamed conspirators. 3 unnamed conspirators. Who helped him? Who were never charged? Whose names are still redacted. Among the Trump associates in the latest Epstein files are former advisor Steve Bannon and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who each exchanged friendly emails with Epstein for years after his initial arrest and conviction. These are not men who didn't know. These are men who knew and kept the emails going anyway. In October 2014, Kathy Rumler, serving as White House counsel to Barack Obama, sent Jeffrey Epstein a draft public statement declining further consideration for the position of U.S. Attorney. Rumler had also previously served as associate White House counsel to former President Bill Clinton and is now the chief legal officer and general counsel at Goldman Sachs. In 2023, she told the Wall Street Journal, "I regret ever knowing Jeffrey Epstein." The lawyer for 2 presidents, writing draft statements for a convicted sex offender from inside the Obama White House. The DOJ stated it has 6 million documents in total, but would not unseal all of them, in order to protect victims and avoid disseminating child sexual abuse material included in the files. Of those 6 million, 3 million have been released, with the other 3 million still locked away. The DOJ also announced in July 2025 that it had found no evidence that Epstein kept a client list of people he trafficked girls to. No client list, no named conspirators, just 3 unnamed individuals on a 32-count indictment who were never charged. The department estimates over 1,000 victims, and the 3 people who helped him remain unnamed in 2026. The files are open, the names are visible, the emails exist, and yet the most important question, who helped him, who knew, and who made sure he never went to trial, remains unanswered. Jeffrey Epstein died in a jail cell on August 10, 2019. The official conclusion was suicide. 3.5 million pages later, the world is still asking the same question it was asking that morning. How?